What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the Ocular Incertus alternative, or their version of a Toy Deco Groove. This is the next in the series of Toy Deco figures for the Maximus Pro, their version of Defensor. And I am collecting these because I have the rest of them in combined mode, so I plan to have these guys in either alt mode or robot. We'll see where we end up. And I decided to start in alt mode this time. It comes in robot mode in the box, but I'm going to start from alt mode and go the other direction in the transformation. Very nice looking alt mode. I think what I want to do is just bring in the original right away so you can see the differences. And there's not a lot. They're very, very close. The only thing I could really find is the star was gold on the original. Now it's got black. And that's about it. I mean, there's not much difference. And I don't have the gun in here, but they both come with a gun that looks like that. But yeah, I mean, in terms of like coloring in alt mode, not much difference. There's a little bit of red here on the handlebar that on the new one is silver. On this original, it was red. Another thing I noticed is the wheel on the original turns pretty easily. This one, it's got a ratchet or something that's clicking. I don't know if it's getting stuck or if they put a soft ratchet in there, but it does seem to lock into place at different positions. But other than that, that's it. There really are no differences between these guys. All right, and just like the original, we can take these guns, and if you come to here, you can open up these little pegs, and these will tab in on the sides, so you can get this look. I like this. I would definitely display it like this with the guns on there. I think that looks good. And for size comparison, there it is next to the MP10 Optimus Prime, and it is a pretty big bike, but I mean, that's just how it works. Because it's a limb in the combiner, it's going to be bigger no matter who makes it. All right, and just for fun, there it is with the Ocular Max motif, their version of Eject. I always mix up their names. But he actually fits pretty well on here. You can see, it's a nice size for this. So if you don't want to put an action figure on here, you can put this guy, and it works pretty well. And really quick, before we go into robot mode, there it is in combined mode. It is basically the same as the original, other than some of the tampo details, but you don't even see that in this mode because it's all on the back. But all right, now let's get him transformed into robot mode. And I actually had forgotten I had to do a little quick transformation on the original to check it out. Go ahead and take the guns off. You can set those aside. Close up those tabs. Close up the kickstand. Come to the front. We're going to lift up on the seat, slide it outwards on these two sliders. So it sits out like this. We can come to the bottom here. We're going to unpeg this from here. And then we can unpeg this from here down there. Same with this one. Unpeg the exhaust pipe and then unpeg that tab. We'll come to the back here. We're going to separate all this. So we can open up this tab, open up this tab, and that will release all of this. You can use a spudger or something to basically split the bike in two. Actually, you didn't even need a spudger. Go ahead and remove this gun. You can just set that aside. And now we'll take care of this leg section. So what I like to do is bring these back, open these up, then you'll take the arm, it's pegged in right here, so lift up, unpeg it, and bring it out on both sides. That'll allow you to free up the legs. Actually, it's easier if you just fold down on the ab crunch right there, and it'll give you some room. Open up the legs, and now we'll take care of this. For the feet, fold those out. This will fold up and into here. This will fold down and then this will fold back up and sit right there. We can take this section, rotate this around. That's going to sit right there. This will come down and meet up with that and basically tab in right there. On the foot, come to the bottom, we can fold open this little panel. That allows you to fold the toe down. All right, so that's one leg. Go ahead and do the other leg. It's the same exact way. I'll do it off camera. All right, now that we've got the legs taken care of, take care of the upper body here. So come to here, we're going to open up the top section here. And we're going to rotate out on these arm panels. And this side, this gets in the way, so you may have to fold that out, bring this up, and then you can fold it down. All right, same on this side. Fold that out. Now we'll take care of some of this. So we're going to take this panel here and rotate this back in. Actually, I'm going to fold this over as well, the arm panel. So it ends up inside. Same with this one. Oh, and over here, this is just like a slightly different transformation. You want to rotate this down. Then you can rotate this arm around. Sorry about that. Then we can take this and fold this in. Right here, it actually says Ocular Max, Ox. Somebody asked me, why do I say OX instead of OM? And the reason I say OX is because that's what they call themselves. So to me, the abbreviation for the company is OX. But you can abbreviate however you like. All right, so now we'll take care of this section. We're going to open up these panels. It's easiest if you push from the inside and then rotate this out. We'll bring this waist section down. And it'll click into place right there. Right, same on this one. Pull this out, click into place. We'll take this and we're going to just move these out of the way to the side. Make sure you open up these tabs right here. Then we can rotate the head and this panel all the way around. It might be easier to push from here. Push that up. That'll give you a little leverage. Here we go. So bring this all the way around, open this up. Make sure the head's straight, otherwise it's not going to fit through that section. It'll get caught up. But bring it all the way around. I'm having a little bit of trouble. There we go. Got it. And this will slide until it's down and flush with this. So push this down a little bit. That neck piece should be indented a little bit. Right, for these arms, this folds in like that. And once you get it in there, you can put it back out. All right, I'll do it again here. Fold that in. Once you get it in there, we can fold that out. For the arms, we can open up the elbow section and then fold it back down. Should have the red section facing forward when you're done. Rotate the waist 180 degrees. Same with this one. Accordion that out and bring the arm down. This will accordion forward. All right, next we'll take care of these shoulder pad pieces here. So open up this section right here. Bring this down. There's a tab that's going into a slot right there. So line that up and give that a squeeze. This front section should be pegged in right here. So if you don't have it lined up, just get it lined up and push it down. Should be flush here in the front. All right, and then same on this side. Open up this side section, bring this down, and tab it in back here. On the back here, we can close these pieces back up, fold the wheel in. That's going to tuck in underneath the backpack. You can have the backpack kind of however, but I like to put it back. Fold this down, have the handles upside down, the handle bars, I guess, upside down, so they lay flat on top of here. At least for me, that's the best look. All right, there is Incertus in robot mode, and it looks really good. It got some nice deco on it, silver paint all throughout, red paint here on the arms, tambo detail here. That looks really good. It definitely looks different from the original. You got yellow eyes, gold face. Here's the back, cleans up nicely. All right, let's go over the articulation. It is the same, but I just want to go over it so you can see. Head is on a ball joint, goes up and down. If you move the neck with it, the neck panel, you can get it way down and way up. So that moves with it. If you lift it up, just so the head gets past this collar piece, then you can rotate it. Just be careful with the chin. You don't want to scratch up the paint on the chin. But it does rotate. And you get side to side. For the arms, they rotate around on a friction, out to the side on a friction. A little bit of a butterfly just due to the transformation. Rotation at the bicep. Single joint elbow gets you past 90. Rotation at the wrist. Up and down movement or in and out movement on the wrist. Fingers are individually articulated on a single pin, but they're curled, so you can't really do much with them. Thumbs on a ball joint, so you can rotate around. Coming down to the waist, you have a waist rotation on a soft ratchet. Ab crunch gets you down to there. Hip skirts will move out of the way. Kicks up to there on a ratchet. Back to there on a ratchet. Out to the side on a ratchet. On friction. Rotation at the thigh at a cut joint. It does break up the sculpt here on the exhaust pipe. You have a 90-degree bend at the knee. Actually, no, more than 90. Gets you way past 90. It's a double jointed knee. I don't even know what I was saying. It's a double jointed knee, gets you well past 90, full bend. Out of that. Feet are my least favorite. They tilt here, that's fine, and they go forward and backward. But this toe doesn't lock in. And like I mentioned, even if you tighten that screw, it doesn't seem to tighten the toe. So you end up doing this sometimes, like it folds in on the toes. It poses fine. It's an annoyance that they didn't fix on this version. Of course, we can still use the guns in this mode. We can flip out the clips here on inside of this. So fold that out and tab that back in. Same with this one. Fold that out. And now you've got those clips, and then these can be attached on the outside of the legs. This one is actually a little bit more secure. Like it locks in pretty well. Of course, you get the blaster. Lift up the tip. Rotate the... Oh, actually, it was already rotated. So we're good. Then you can peg it in the back of the hand. Just like most of the Ocular Max weapons. Just clips in back here. Close up the fingers. And now you have this blaster. And that works pretty good. We also get a bunch of alternate faces. Here's a stock face, yellow eyes, gold face. Lift up on the neck, you can fold back, pull forward on the chin. If you need a spudger or something, you can use that, but I keep dropping those faces. But you pop on a new face, it just tabs in right here. And there is his yelling face. The mouth is painted black. It reflects a little bit on camera, so I have a hard time showing it, but there you go. There's kind of a pursed lips face. I'm not really even sure what the expression is on this one. And there's another more straight face, and this one kind of looks more like the toy. Nice to have the options there. I'll leave this one on there. And for a quick comparison, there it is next to the original. And you can see the color differences, the red instead of the silver. Differences on the chest and the crotch area and the head. Slightly different. Actually, yeah, I think the head sculpt and the face sculpt are different. So they changed both. You know, not... They tend to do that on all of these alternative versions. So that's pretty cool. Not lazy. Here's the side. Here's the back. For the most part, that's the same. No changes there. I do wish they had fixed these feet, though. That is an annoyance. I think what I did here is I took the screw out and then kikied or put some floor polish in there, and that seems to help. But there you go. Mainly just color difference as well as the head sculpt. And for comparison, there he is with the other two members of the team, Medicus and Navigant, and they look good together. I like the Toy Deco look on the team. And for size comparison, there it is next to the Magic Square version of the Toy Deco Optimus Prime. And looks nice, fits in well with mass scale, and I like the Toy Deco look overall. So final recommendations on the Ocular Max Incertus Alternative. It's pretty good, just as good as the original. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. I'll recommend it. I would almost give this a 5 out of 5 just because it is the best groove ever made. I don't think there's a better one out there. However, I took a little point off because they could have fixed this issue with the loose toes, and they didn't do that, so minor points off for that. But other than that, really cool looking. If you're looking for the toy decos on these, I mean, look no further than these. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.